Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the ieGeek 2K battery security camera with embedded solar panel. So that's it there. So I've got it on this camera as well. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So this is the S1 model. So opening the box, we've got a warranty card. So that's there. We then have the manual, quite a big manual for all the languages. So that's cool. So there's a bit of foam protection on the top. That's the camera. I'll do that now, but I'll just get the contents of the box done. So there's your charging cable, USB-C. We've got some wall plugs and screws for mounting. We've got the guide for the mounting, so that's the 4 holes that you need to screw in, and that's everything in the box. So let's have a look at this camera. It's very light. Quite a light camera. Oh cool, this one's black. That's quite nice. It's quite sleek. So this one, it looks very much like a brand I just reviewed, which has the exact same sort of shape, solar panel mounting, and yeah, so this is the mounting bracket, so that unscrews. So you just keep unscrewing that, and then this will eventually come out, and then that you can use with these 4 guides to put that on the wall or wherever you want to mount it. So that's the mounting bracket, and you can swivel it any way you want, so that's quite cool. It's very light. Wow. There's the solar panel, there's the motion sensor, there's the lens, there's the microphone. These are the night vision sensors there. I don't know if you can see them. There's 4 of them there. We've got the underneath part, which is the USB-C. There's also a SD card holder. Then you've got your reset button, your power button, and that will switch it on. You've got your speaker. So it's also a 2-way talking camera, so you can speak to the people on this as well that you're viewing. So that's pretty much the unboxing of this camera. I want to show you how big it is with a pen. So you can see it's actually a very small camera. It's so light. Wow, it's very light. So that's a pen, and that's the initial unboxing. So what I'm going to do is get my phone ready with the app, and then I'm going to set up the camera. What I'm going to do is also charge it up, and then when I get back, once it's charged, then I'll do the app setup and everything for you guys, so we can look at how that all works. Cool. Now set up this app and the camera and everything. So I have been charging this camera overnight, and I've plugged it in again now, but this little light over here, this little LED that's orange, turns green when it's fully charged. So I've just plugged it in now to show you that that LED over there will light up and show it's charging and turn green when it's fully charged. I've got an SD card here which the camera can take, as you can see over there. This is a 32 gig. No, it's that way around, and then it just clicks in like so. Insert it in there, so that's there. And then we've got the app over here, which I've already got installed from a previous ieGeek camera that I've installed. But what you can do is you can download the app via the QR code, so you can do the ieGeek or the Cloud Edge app, which I've got both of. So that's it there. The SD card can go up to 128 gigs. We've got a 32 in there, and then we'll format it and everything. So let's set up the camera via the app. So we've got that. We'll have to turn the camera on, so we'll push the power button, and that clicked. There's an LED, some noise. Okay, so let's click on plus at the top here in the app, add a device. If you haven't got the app, obviously download it. You have to register with an email and everything like that. So it looks like it's found a device, so we'll click on that. It's going to look for a Wi-Fi network, so it's picking that up, and that's the network I've got. So yes, I'm going to accept that, and now it starts pairing with the camera, and it starts connecting and doing its thing and initializing, so it will start registering. So we'll let that run. So that's the Alexa that I've got over there, just over there, that's picked up this camera now. So because I've already linked it up with my Alexa, it's now contacted that and picked it up, so that's all paired up as well. So you can view these on your Alexa screens and that. So there's the device there. So it was added successfully. So let's click next. So that's the name. We can change the name to, let's change it to backyard. So that's fine. Let's put backyard 1 because I've got other cameras that I'm testing as well. So that's there. And there's my profile. So I'll say yes. And then it will show you that's for charging, how to place it, where to show it, what it will pick up, what's the best way from side. So it says that the objects towards the center of the camera may not be detected. Confirm the camera installation position. So it can show that roughly 2 to 3 meters off the ground with an angle of 15 degrees from the top. Don't mount it sideways, mount it straight up. So that's there. And the product there, avoid direct sun. So I've done this before where I've got cameras where the sun will move across the horizon and it will affect how the camera works. So make sure you don't have direct sunlight hitting the lens. And so now that's the phone saying put the camera in place for the installation, press the network diagnostics. So next, so now it'll pick up the signal as weak, but it does do this, I've noticed, and then it works. Whoop. So there we go. So it's picked up the camera, as you can see. There's my hand moving in front, and it picked up the sound, so you can see it was feeding back on the phone. So that's all connected, so that's good. So it's got a strong connection. I'm right next to the Wi-Fi, so that's there. And now this is the camera that's been added over here, so backyard 1, and we can go and view it, which will do that. We're going to service alarm, picked it there. Let's go try, so we can see. So there's cloud storage, which is available if you want to use that, or you can use the SD card that's inside. So when you live view, that's the screen you get. You've got the time over there, you've got your settings in the top right over here, so you can change some of the settings, and then you've got some other settings below over here, so you can take a screenshot. So you can do that. So it takes that, puts it in your gallery. You can hold to talk, and then you can speak like we just heard now, and it will get some feedback, so I won't do it again. You can also record, so you can see it's recording over here, and then when you stop, it will show that it saves it into the gallery. We've got the motion detection, so you can go into this option here. So there's quite a lot of options here. You can go sensitivity quite high or low, automatic humanoid, so that's for picking up people. You can pick that up high and low as well. You've got power mode, performance mode, custom mode as well. So recording time, you can have 10 seconds or up to 30 seconds. I like putting it more because sometimes the motion does take longer to finish. Your alarm interval, so you can have that as well. And then you've got your alert plan, which you can set up as well, so you can be alerted during certain times of the day. Your humanoid area, so this is where you can actually create an area of where the motion would take place. So let's click on plus, and then that's where the camera will be triggered. So let's say in that section there, if something moves in that section, the camera will be triggered, and then you can click save, and it will save that as the trigger area. And then you've also got a warning strobe light, so there is a light on here. So this piece here, these are LED lights, so these will come on when this is activated or enabled. So you've got your white light, and there's also a strobe which will flash, and there's also a warning sound. Then you've got the light, which I just spoke about now. So if I press this, you'll see there that comes on, and then I'll switch it off. So that's very bright. You've got the siren, which I won't put on now because that will be very loud. What we just went through now with the warning and the sound and strobe, full color mode. So this is night vision, so you can leave it on intelligent, so the light will come on and then it will go into color mode. You can just leave it on full color mode, or you can have black and white. And then your album, where it will save the pictures which we just took now and the little video which we recorded, and you can play that back, and you can see the quality is actually quite good. So overall, it's all working. We've got a history here. It will show what's happened when it picks up any recordings, and if we have the cloud, you can do that. And here's the timeline, which is quite cool. So when it picks up, it puts a blue line, a dark blue line for the main event, and a light blue line next to it when the event is finishing. And then you can also zoom in on the time, as you can see there, the time goes in and out, so you can see more of a day, or if there's lots of events you can zoom in and you can see that. So that's there. Then we've got our settings in the top here, so that's over here. We can see the quality of the network's good, the battery's full there, receive alerts and notifications, so that's on, alarm messaging, so that's what I went through with the motion detection. We've got image settings, you can change to anti-flicker, which higher hertz, so that's better. Screen flip, so if your camera's turned over you can do that. Intelligent vision, so that's what we went through there for the color mode. Sharing the device, you can share that with other people who have an account as well. Installation guide was what I showed you earlier, going through all of this. You've got your location, which is where you are. Your time settings, so that's 12-hour clock, which I've set that up. And I'm starting to get notifications coming through, as you can see in the top here, so it's picking up my movement of my hand. Sound settings, so again, microphone, recording voice, speaker, and you can change the volume of how loud you want that outside as well when you're talking. You can enable video encryption if you want. AI intelligence analysis, this is pretty cool. If you pay for this, you can look at people, pets, it'll analyze what's being picked up and alert you for those. And when you go into the actual history of what's being recorded, you can filter by person or pet or whatever, and it'll only show those motions, which is quite nice. So that's quite a cool feature. Battery management, I like this here with the usage. So it wakes up 2 minutes of the time, the preview time is 1 minute, number of alarms, number of detections. So it will keep track of what's using the battery and how the battery is being discharged with different events and things like that. Then you've got your different, how to charge it to make sure that your battery life remains as long as possible, your quality of the battery and everything, so that's there. We've got your record management, so here's the SD card, so we can format that. So that's the 32 gig that I've got in there, so we're busy formatting that. So that's been done, so formatted, so that's ready. Cloud storage, which we went through earlier, if you want to buy that you can do that. Then what I spoke about earlier is the Amazon Echo, so that's already synced with my Amazon, so that's working there. Alexa, show backyard 1.
Okay.
Alexa, stop backyard 1. There's also version control, which is good, so there's hardware and firmware updates that come through for the hardware and the app as well, so that's nice. So it keeps up to date with all the technology. You can restart the device if it's stuck or anything or stalls. You can delete the device and add it again. But that's basically a whole overview of the camera and the app and setting everything up. You can go full screen, which is there, and you can see it's actually quite clear how that looks, and you've got all your menu options again over here, so you can take screenshots, record. You can also zoom in, which is quite nice, so that's there. You can zoom out. So it's all working, it's got a good signal. I'm going to set it up outside and then we'll see what it looks like. Just quickly at the bottom here, messages, this would be your detection that comes through with your alerts at the top here. So if you see that alert there, then these would come over here and it would show you what they are. You can explore other products and things that they have, or any information, and then you've got your account where it shows you signed up and what your account settings are and everything. So that's a quick overview of the app and how it's set up, and the camera's all set up. So what we can do is we can go and set it up outside, install it. Just a quick one, you can scan the code on the back of the camera when you do when you add a device. So if you're adding a device, you can just click scan code and that will do the same thing as when it picked it up earlier. So lots of talking, lots of setting up. Now we're going to mount it on the wall and let it run and see what kind of footage we gather. So I'm setting up the mount on the wall. It's just 4 little holes, 4 screws. You can see it's really easy, and then the little ball that fits in here that rotates the camera will go on there. We screw that on and then the camera is ready to go, and I'll show you how that's done now. The camera screws on into the back, mounting like so. It's a bit difficult with one hand, but it should catch, and then it should go on. So there, so that's on now, and then you can maneuver that where you want it, and then tighten it, make sure the panel's facing the sun, and then where you want it to go, and then tighten this back piece, and then we're good to go. So that's it, it's all set up now. There we go, it's picked me up. You can see the two lights, so that means it's on. I've just got an alert on the phone as well, but there it is, mounted, and you can see that's nice and tight there, and that's holding it in place. So now we can see what the footage looks like. So the camera's just around the corner here, so I'm going to walk in front of it, see if it triggers, which it should. So the lights are on, I've just got the warning message in the app, and I'm going to walk away from it and stand over here, which is probably about 8 to 10 meters away. We can see the watchdogs up there as well. Making sure everything's okay, and the camera's over there, and the test for around 8 to 10 meters of audio, see if the camera picks that up. And the detection is still on, as you can see, and then we've just got some backup over there of the other alarms that I have. Hello. So I've set up the alarm period. Let's see if it does the warning sound. So I'm going to walk in front of it. So to pick me up. There we go. That's the siren. That's the LED. That's quite loud. So that's there. So if I move off, that's going. So that alarm went for the duration of the activation of motion. So once I moved out of it and it finished after the 30 seconds, it stopped. So now there's 3 tones. So I'm going to try it again and see what the next tone is like. This is tone 3. The first one was tone 1. I've turned off the LED light. So now it's just the alarm. So that should carry on going until 30 seconds is up for the recording of that video. So that's the 3rd tone. So you get 3 different types of tone for the alarm. So I've turned off the alarms now, and now it's just the strobe light, or not strobe, but the warning light. So I'll walk in front, and there we go, the LED gets triggered, and I got a message on the phone. So that's what happens with the warning light, and you can turn all of it off. It will just send you a notification. So yeah, all the alerts and alarms and lights and everything work quite well, very responsive. I've changed them within the app straight away, and then it's active straight away, so really quick and responsive from app to camera syncing and everything. So yeah, quite impressed.